Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is the war against narcissism. And today I would like to ask you a question. Are you a peacekeeper? Are you the type to sacrifice of yourself, sacrifice your self-respect in order to keep the peace? Are you the type to go through to great lengths in order to keep the peace with people that are not so peaceful? If you are, unfortunately, you're a prime target for a narcissist, and it's really important to understand why, so that you can be motivated to stop being a peacekeeper. Now, peace is not a bad thing, obviously, but we must understand that when it comes to the subject of narcissism, what we learn very quickly is that we're not all built in the same manner. Not all of us want the same things out of life. Not all of us want the same things out of relationships. Unfortunately, narcissistic people are not about peace. Narcissistic people are about chaos because they thrive in chaos, right? We've all heard about Machiavelli, who would have as a motto to divide and conquer. You can only divide and conquer if you create confusion, if you create chaos, right? So obviously Machiavelli is a famous narcissist, and we must keep that in mind. There are people around on the spectrum of narcissism who are not interested in peace, who are interested in chaos, and narcissists love creating chaos because that's how they can control you, but it's also how they can steal your emotional energy. By creating chaos and by seeing your reaction and by creating your reaction, by pushing you to react, they then can point the finger at you and say, you're the problem, and then have everyone look at you like you're crazy and walk off in a sunset while everyone thinks that they're benevolent and they're great and you're the issue, you're the problem. So the reason I say this is because if you are a peacekeeper, you will get in trouble. And I'll give you an example of how I had issues with being a peacekeeper. Because I was a peacekeeper. I'm all about my peace. But today I've learned new ways and healthier ways really to keep my peace. So I used to have arguments with a certain narcissist in my life, and the arguments would be terrible. You know, that person would become very disrespectful, sometimes become, physically aggressive and things of that nature. And in order to keep the peace, even though I had nothing to apologize for, I would fawn and I would apologize, basically apologize for my part in the abuse, not keeping in mind that the abuse that I was guilty of, because I was reactive abuse. It wasn't abuse based on nothing. It was, I was being abused, I was being frustrated, I was being pushed, and then I reacted, and then I would apologize for reacting because I was guilted for my reaction. And of course, the narcissist is not about accountability. So when you are clear about what happened and you tell the narcissist, look, I did react, but I only reacted based off of what you did, which is not an excuse. This is dodging accountability. It's not an excuse. Reactive abuse is not okay. There's no excuse for abuse. Let's be clear on that. But the narcissist will dodge accountability, and it's really funny how they do it, because they do it like children, because their emotional development is the emotional development, or is at the stage of a child. So what would happen is I would apologize for the reactive abuse, but when I didn't apologize, when I would say, well, I only did this because you did that, the narcissist I was dealing with at the time would just say no. And then I would go, well, yeah, I know my character. I'm all about peace. I'm not a confrontational person. I wouldn't say these things or do these things to you for no reason. You did something. I'm apologizing for my part. Why don't you apologize for your part? And there was no accountability, nothing. I did nothing. You started the issues. I was only trying to communicate with you. Of course, disregarding the fact that the communication was extremely disrespectful, and that it would even get to physical points where you should never put your hands on other people. It's just a complete lack of respect, especially if you're trying to have a discussion. You should accept that other people might disagree with you and not put your hands on them, and be okay with that. But if you're a controlling person, if you're a manipulative person, you're not going to be okay with someone else having a different opinion than yours. You're going to sway them however you can in having your opinion in changing their opinion and accepting yours as theirs, so that you can go on and manipulate them further, right? So if you are a peacekeeper, right, there's a very, very healthy way of keeping your peace. And I think that, first of all, when it comes to people that are narcissistic and controlling, you have to sort of detach yourself emotionally from them, where you have to just say, we disagree. And even though you're not okay with the fact that we disagree, I'm okay with that. And I don't need your approval to be okay with that. No, hold on to your truth. When the narcissist tries to gaslight you and talk you and reason you out of your truth, hold on to your truth. You don't need, a general consensus agreement on what happened if you're clear about what happens, about what happened. So make sure that you hold on to your truth and you don't let people talk you out of your truth. Your truth is your truth. Their truth is their truth. And the truth is that to a narcissist, I'm sorry, this was funny. The truth is, to a narcissist, there is no truth. There is no the truth. The truth is whatever they need it to be right now. And it's subject to change at the snap of a finger. So with that being said, hold on to your truth. Don't apologize for, in order to keep the peace if you've done nothing wrong. Don't apologize for reacting badly to people who have treated you badly. It is normal. You should not be ashamed of that, and you should not let yourself be manipulated into apologizing and fawning to people who are trying to create chaos in your life. That's how they get you. All right. With that being said, I hope I shed some light on the subject. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. Please like, follow, and share. Please share in order to raise narcissistic abuse awareness. This is the war against narcissism, guys. Salute.